Belle's in my lap. I'm going to tell a ghost story. And I know some people don't believe in ghosts and some does. So I'm going to tell you a ghost story. When we lived up over by the foothills, we was renting this place. And the house next to us, it was a rent house too. But nobody lived there. And the guy that rented that house out, he said it was 2 school teachers and their family, and they'd come down this way and once in a while, so they just kept that place rented. And so we never did see them. And I think about 3 months passed, and one day I was watching TV sitting there, and I had windows open like this, you know, the curtains open, and I seen them pull into that rent house. And I thought, well, that must be them school teachers, because they're supposed to come down, you know, ever so often down this way. And so I wasn't being nosy, but I had my windows open, and I was looking, you know, at it and the TV, and or I mean them and the TV. And so they was unpacking their car, the trunk, with their suitcases, and they had 2 boys and a little girl. And so I watched them, but I was watching TV, maybe a little nosy, but not much, but I just want to see who they were, because, you know, I heard about them. And so they unpacked, and off they went into their house. So, being close to them, you know, neighbors, we had some horses, and we went riding that evening. When we come back, they were outside. So we stopped and, you know, introduced ourselves. And there was 2 little boys out there with their mom, and they was looking at the horses. I got off my horse, you know, talked to her, and so they had big eyes. I think the oldest boy was about 9 or 10, and the little boy was, you know, 7 or 8. So they was looking at my horse like, oh my gosh. And I said, is it okay they get up on the horse? I'll walk them around. And so the mom said, yeah, that's fine. Them little boys were like, oh boy, we could ride a horse. So one at a time, I walked them, you know, like in a little circle. And they really did like that. And so after I'll give them 2 boys, you know, a little ride, I said, well, don't you have daughter? You know, I was wondering where she was at. And them 2 boys looked at mom like with big eyes like, Mom. And then that mom looked at them, and I thought, well, what's the matter? You know, I didn't say nothing. They just looked like, you know, both, they're all staring at each other. And then the mom turns around and said, well, my daughter died. I just clammed up. I didn't know what to say, because, you know, I seen that daughter with her family. And so I just, you know, didn't say nothing about it. And the years passed. I kind of wish now I did say, I seen your daughter. She was with you. To tell them that. But I didn't. I clammed up. And you could see, you know, them looking like, what? And what happened to her, I guess she was about 11 or 12. And I heard of this before, when she started her period. That little girl, it wouldn't stop, and she bled to death. There wasn't nothing they could do about it. And the girl I seen was 11 or 12. And what made me notice her, she was wearing a pretty little dress with a bow behind it. And I thought, that's funny, her wearing a dress with a bow. You know, it made me think about it when I seen her. And, because a lot of kids don't wear no bows in the back of their dress. And plus, you know, after I thought about it, she never did pick up any luggage. She just stood there a little bit antsy, you know, like moving around, watching. But she never picked up no luggage like them boys did. And so when they went in the house, she was the last one to go in. And I never even thought nothing about it because, you know, she just looked like part of the family. And I told Bill, I said, yeah, I wish and this is years later, I wish I went ahead and told him what I seen. Because she had long brown hair with that bow on that dress. I wonder if they would like to hear that, knowing that she was around them, or would it made them feel worse. Anyway, I thought about that all these years about it. And so that's my ghost story. That little girl wasn't with her family. But in a way she was. So that's my ghost story. Thanks for watching Out West Homestead. Bye.